Alright, tier list. Let's go. I waited for the new pack. The new pack was not going to be as impactful as I thought it would. Your best deck is still Blue Eyes. I actually put Blue Eyes too low last time. Um, I'm actually playing Blue Eyes and I'm kind of enjoying it. It's actually kind of fun. I thought I'd be bored of it by now after like a month, but no, I'm still playing it and enjoying it greatly. Fiendsmith and Fiendsmith Snake Eyes. Not only is it going to be like one of your best engines, it's going to be your tier 2 deck, second best deck of the format, my prediction. Azmina, probably the best engine in the format right now, next to Fiendsmith. You play ABC, I guess. I tested it. I actually played it in Master and ranked up a couple ranks in Master with it. It's pretty good. Um, I'm gonna tentatively, for now, put Chimera Fiendsmith in tier 3. I don't really think it belongs in tier 2. I feel like 3 is good enough. Uh, I feel like if you're gonna run Snake Eyes, Fiendsmith is a better variant. Dinos, you could play it. Dinomorphia, you could play it. Engine. Emancipator, you could play it. It's just not that great right now. Um, Fire Kings is a hard one. I'm actually gonna put Fire King in front of Chimera with potential to move up. Scent, I feel like, is low diamond, high plat. So potential to move down. Ashen belongs in the trash. Branded, probably right there. Yeah, right there. Galaxy, meme. Birds belongs in the trash. Exodia. You can play Exodia right now. With the Millennium support and stuff, yeah, I feel like it goes right there with potential to move up to tier 3. It's still doing its thing. If you played against it enough, you know how to play around it though. Engine, danger. Danger Dark World, right now at this point, belongs in the trash. Um, Generator, trash. This is a tough format, by the way, so if I'm being harsh on a lot of decks, that is why. Kashira. I'll put tier 3 because the removal hurts like Fiendsmith and hurts some of the decks above it. Blue Eyes won't really care too much about cash. Most of the times I've had the cash matchup with Blue Eyes, I just like stomp them into the ground. Musket. Shit, I rather play Generators. Minkonko. Yeah, right there. Move Emancipator up. Horus, one of the better engines in the game. Blackwing. Yeah, you could play Blackwing. Potential to move down. Agnister with their big untargetable boss monster, generic Cyber spam. I feel like Cyber is a solid tier 3, near the bottom of tier 3, but it's still a tier 3 deck. I'm gonna pretty much put Math Mech up there too, just to cover like the main Cyber's variants. Lab. Potential to move down, put it right there. Inzectors. Trash can. Love them, but trash can. Life Twin, tier 3. Dragon Maid. Welcome to Old Bold and Brash. Even if you're playing Dragon Maid branded, you might as well just play branded at that point. Endymion, you could play Endymion. Puts out the same lockboard as Rock at this point. I think it's more consistent, but it has a worse recovery. Heroes. I'm putting Heroes next to Cash. You go into Darklaw, and your opponent's gonna have a bad time. Even if you're playing Blue Eyes, it can be somewhat disruptive. It's decent. It's decent right now. It has access to the new Masked Hero guy. It's not horrible. Put Rescue Ace right there. Yeah, right there. Pearly, trash can. Pendulums, trash can. Exo Sister. I'll put it right there. Raid Raptor, even with their untargetable towers, I actually have been able to get over it by making the really strong Blue Eyes XYZ and buffing him. So I've actually been able to just beat over their untargetable boss monster with Blue Eyes, running Indigo Eyes. And I feel like this deck also, based on representation, you're just not going to see it. I feel like, to be fair, I have to put it next to Black Wings. But if it wasn't being fair, I'd just put it right in the trash can. Memento. Put you up next to Branded. And put you behind Scent next to Cash. Noids, even with Fiendsmith, trash. D2D. I'll put it right there. If we're putting Endymion in here, we're putting Emancipator in here, D2D makes pretty much the same board, we're putting it in there. This is an engine. Probably one of the worst engines in the game right now, but it's still an engine. And you could play the Red Eye spam, that Dragoon spam deck with it, so it exists. Gears, trash. Burning Abyss, trash. Biseal, engine, and a very good engine. Especially with Blue Eyes floating around. Engine, only for Drytron at this point. I'll put it back there. I feel like Invoked has even more uses, and I've seen it more. Trash. Dark Magician, it's bad right now. Trash. Cyber Dragons, trash. Evil Eye, trash. Gemknight, trash. Gladiator Beast, trash. Goki, trash. Anti-meta, you can play anti-meta. I'll put it right there. I'm actually gonna move this down. Yeah, that feels better. Actually, I'm gonna move this down again. Yeah, that feels better. I love the deck too, and I was playing it in Master. It's just has many flaws right now. We already covered Cybers. Chainburn, meme. Buster Blader. In a weird spot right now. Trash. Manadium. More of an engine. You could play the deck, I guess. I'm gonna have it like. Put it right there. Orchist. Right there. Primite. Primite, I'm only putting Primite higher than Asmina because Primite has more representation right now. You're seeing Primite Blue Eyes everywhere. In terms of just how useful the engine is, I would put it here. But right now, based on representation, which we take into account, there. Don't run Numeron, just run Mincaco at this point. You could play Phantasm Spiral Primite, but there's so many better Primite decks you could play. So I'm going to put it in trash. Red Eyes deck, trash. Nemalaria, trash. Ice Barrier, Ice Jade. You could play it. I'm actually going to put it right there. Actually, I'm going to move it up higher. I know this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to put it right under anti-meta. This engine's pretty dead, but it's still more alive than danger. Resignators, you could play Resignators. I'm putting behind Manadium. Kids are dead right now. Rico's dead right now. Ritual Beast. Tier 3. Kaiju's is like a side deck or splashable option. I'm putting right here. Sharks. Sharks, tier 3, in very end of tier 3, potential to move down. No one's going to play this right now. Valmonica, Fiendsmith. I'm actually going to put it in garbage. I've played tested the decks. It's not very good. Unchained. Striker is going to be the very lowest bar for, yeah, you could play this, I guess. Honestly, I'd rather run the Raid Raptor with the untargetable Towers monster than Striker at this point in time. Mermail? This is interesting. They have the hand loop for 3. It's a decent deck. It did things in the TCG. I don't know if enough people are going to adopt it on Master Duel. I haven't seen it once. The pack's only been live for a couple days, so I don't really know where to put it. I'm going to put it smack down in the middle of Tier 3. I could be absolutely wrong. Make fun of me in the comments down below if you want. I could be absolutely off with this. I'm just not really sure. It could be a Tier 2 deck. It could be towards the top of Tier 3. It could actually move way down. I don't know. It's really too early to tell, but that's my speculation. Call Servants, Eternal Meme. Scareclaw's more of an engine at this point, but it's pretty dead in terms of decks. I wouldn't even want to play it. Sprite's an engine, and I actually see it more than I do that, but less than I do that, so we'll put that there. Snake Eye's an engine. We already have Fiendsmith up there. Snake Eye's more of an engine for Fiendsmith at this point, or a combo for it. I'm going to put it next to Biseal in engines. Subterror is bad. Kenny got a little bit of support, but it's still pretty bad. I'm going to put it back there. Tenpei goes in. I'll put Tenpei right here. Sam's bad. Low. Bad. Bugle. Tier 3. Tier. I'm actually going to do that. Yeah, Tier 3. Nah, this deck is dead. Dragon Link's dead. Just play Blue Eyes. This is an engine. You don't see it very much anymore. I still see it more than the stuff below it. I'll put it there. I'm actually going to move this up a little bit. Yeah, that feels better. This deck's dead. White Forest. Definitely an engine. You'll see the variants probably somewhere in like Tier 3, Tier 2 area. Evil Heroes. It's playable at this point, especially with Heroes. I'm going to put it like right here. The new support helps it a lot. Trap Tricks are dead. Volcanic's dead. Starfrost is pretty much dead. Already covered that. Punk as an engine got some new support. Still not going to see it very much. Probably around here. Alright, you guys. That's your tier list. We did it quick. We did it dirty. We did it easy. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.